Hi everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts Ash and JD. Now, this is take two, so apologies for anything that we might not be as enthusiastic about. Do apologise, but right, let's get back to the entertainment anyway. So, going off of last week's crisp saga, we had a bit of controversy over that, didn't we? With saying it how it is, that McCoys are man's crisps and Yorkie bars are for men. I'll still stand by it because they are a bit masculine. They claim to have all the flavour and be packed with it.
But what would be another man food? Like, that's not like snacks or like food. What would you, if you think of man food, what would you think a man food would be? See, I think full English, like man, woy.
Well, yeah, so it's
with black pudding, obviously.
yeah, you gotta have black pudding with your
Which you know the man if you don't have black pudding.
Yeah, I'd say like anything barbecue as well.
I've never done a barbecue.
You're not a man, then, are you?
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it's just the man's thing to do, isn't it? You set up the barbecue, you whack all the burgers and the hot dogs and that on. It's just manly.
yeah. My mate once said to me, you know, a man into you cut the grass while drinking a beer, and until you've done a barbecue.
And so you've done two of those things then.
I've cut the grass while having a beer.
But
I didn't even want a beer while I was doing it. So I've done it just to say I've done it. The barbecue, no.
So we need to get you a barbecue then, don't we?
Yeah.
So then you can tick that off the list.
We are, yeah, should get a barbecue. We've been on about it for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd give our top three crisps of what we like, and then after we'll give in the bin list as well.
Yeah.
Crisps that shouldn't be
Shouldn't be
on
there.
the shelf.
Just they're losing money. No one's buying them.
Why even being made,
Yeah.
let alone out there for human consumption.
There shouldn't even be a concept of your meal deal. They shouldn't give you that option of just because all they're doing is make. It's like when it's that movie where you think a girl's a 10 and for you that are just listening.
No, it wasn't a movie, was it? It was
What?
on How I Met Your Mother, the cheerleader effect.
That's the one.
So it's a group of girls, and collectively, it looks like a group of hotties.
Yeah.
But when you actually sit back and look at them individually,
Yes.
you're like, nah, she's fucking this, she's got that. I'm not going to say any actual features because I don't want to offend anyone.
Also, what a great show as well.
It was, yeah. It's better than Friends.
Oh, Friends was so... Well,
It doesn't. I know we'll get onto the quiz soon. Yeah.
yeah.
Friends, it's just overrated. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it enough to watch it, but How I Met Your Mother, I can just have that on repeat all the time, really.
Right.
I've still not watched season 2 of How I Met Your Father, but I wasn't
No, and
that excited about the first season, really.
I think I already know who the dad's going to be in there.
I don't know. I'll
Yeah,
get
we'll
round to
save
watching
that.
season 2.
Yeah,
at some
after you've
point.
watched it.
Yeah.
Well, because I already think I've already clocked who the dad's going to be.
So back to crisps.
Crisp, yeah, that's what we're talking about today.
Crisp talk with
Crisp.
Ash and JD. So third on my list, I would go for Discos.
No, yeah.
Mainly the salt and vinegar,
Yeah.
but
This goes, these are pack crisp. Once you have one, you want to get another.
yeah.
You can't just have one packet. If you have one pack of Discos, there's something wrong with
But
it.
I think with most of our choices, you're always going to grab the grab bag. You can't just get the multi-pack and just think one pack's going to satisfy it. Because all of them, it's just bags of air with just a couple of crisps in. So we're always going for the big grab bags.
Yeah, prawn cocktail ones, them are really nice. But yeah, salt and vinegar or
Yeah, prawn cocktail in general, I'm not much of a fan of. I'll eat them if it's the only pack that's going, but yeah, mainly the salt and vinegar. But I find with them, well, to be fair, with most salt and vinegar crisps, really, ones that are actually packed with flavour, by the time you've eaten it, it's like it's taken a layer of skin
Yeah,
off the roof of my
yeah.
mouth and off my tongue.
Yeah.
And like, I could feel it for days, just the healing process just going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what crisps should do.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't class discos as man crisps, but they're family fun.
The family fun crisps.
Yeah.
They're for discount.
Problem solving, actually. So that's my number 3. What's on yours?
So number 3, mini cheddars.
Mini cheddars.
Mini cheddars. I mean mini cheddars across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So cheese, red Leicester, barbecue, cheese and onion, just joint third, just the perfect. And as I said, you just don't grab one. You grab about 3.
Yeah.
Because you just literally, it is like a handful of it.
Well, mini cheddars is one that you could have all of the flavours and just put them in like a fruit bowl.
Yeah, and
like
just
what you'd have
span
at
them
a
all
party and that. Mix all the flavours up, and then everyone would be a little surprised.
Yeah. Like a Revel.
Mini cheddar. Oh, that one's a beef.
No, I never used to like Revels, because I never used to like coffee. But I wonder if I'd like them more now that...
Yeah, you saying that, I've not had them since I've been an adult, really.
Yeah.
Coffee.
The coffee one
you'd have that. It's like, what is this?
Do you reckon the coffee one would be the best one, Matt?
Probably would be. I think we'll have to go and get a pack after this.
Rebels.
Rebels.
Yeah, so going on to number 2 for you.
Number 2 is, it comes from the childhood, but Space Invaders, or Space Raiders, whatever they're called. So it's the alien face crisps.
Yeah.
And mainly the pickled onion or the beef flavour.
Yeah.
So I know there's the spicy beef,
Yeah, I
but
do
I'm
like
I'm not much of a spicy fan, because I just can't handle the heat. Ginger.
Also, shout out to Transformers snack, because that
Transformers as
I
well.
kind of like think of them two as one crisp, even though they're not.
I imagine
I don't know.
Probably
if
from the same franchise, aren't they?
I'm not sure, but like when I think, because you used to get like 2 for 50 pence. They're probably like 2 for like.
Because it used to be 10p a bag, didn't they?
Yeah, but last time I was seeing there was 2 for 50 pence on the Transform. I know on the Transformers snack, I might be wrong on the end.
Well, I'm sure that the grab bags of them are still £1.
Great stuff.
Yeah. But again, because with them, they actually feel filling as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Compared to like, your general walkers, it's just you grab them, your mouth is full, you get it all stuck in between your teeth and that. And as a good pack of crisps as well should be, you're always wanting more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 2 there. Then.
Yeah. So my number 2, Pringles, prawn cocktail. Now, I didn't know if it'd be controversial, but I think we're in agreement that they're allowed.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, I know we shouldn't use it as a rule, but they are sold on the crisp aisle. The class as a crisp, even though it's like there's less potato in them than every other ingredient.
Yeah, and Pringles is like, they're not an everyday crisp, are they?
Well, no. So Pringles is more number 1 on the list, and especially these days, they are more of a luxury item because of the price. You're lucky to get them for £2 when they're not on sale. And then I think the other day I saw the whole grains on sale for like £1.15 or something. But those flavours are just not as nice as the original Pringles.
No.
But there's that many flavours of the Pringles now as well, isn't there?
Yeah, you got Thai. I think you got Thai sweet chili. Then you got barbecues.
Yeah, there's all the barbecues.
Yeah, there is a few, isn't there?
Yeah, but the main one, my main go to with the Pringles is the smoky bacon. Because it's just, as a child, smoky bacon was my main flavour of crisp that I would always have. I didn't really get into cheese and onion until I was like 12 or something, but smoky bacon was just the one. And then roast chicken, that doesn't get its dues as much as it should do. I mean, yeah, the Walkers, it's always going to be like, the top tier of crisp really, but everyone wants them. And it's a bit of a show off, like, oh, I've got a bag of Walkers. Fuck off. So what was your number 1?
So my number 1, grab bag, flaming hot, Monster Munch. Should be everyone's number 1. Just proper man crisp as well, I'd like to think.
Well, yeah. So again, not as the spicy beef, but as the normal pickled onion,
Yeah,
or
pickled
the
onion
beef,
is nice.
yeah, I'd have them all the time.
Yeah.
They're just funny little, because it's meant to be a monster, but it looks like a little hand, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I suppose some could say it's the start of someone's hair transplant surgery with the little spikes sticking up off the top. But yeah, you can't go wrong. Again, it's another crisp that it's filling, and again, what you need off a good pack of crisps. Your hands are filthy. You got to lick your fingers clean afterwards. You know, and that's what you want.
That's it. So I think number one, I think that's the right order. I think,
Yeah, there's a good few more that we could have added into our list, but you know, we don't want to be like everyone else and have a top 5.
Yeah.
You know, just 3. That's enough.
Right.
No point going on and on about the same things over and over.
If you have a top 5, you might as well have a top 10.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Where'd you stop? Oh, fucking hell, it's not top of the pops. Fucking hell.
Well, going on to shit crisps.
So,
The most obvious, ready salted Walkers. We touched on it. If it's part of your meal deal, there's something wrong with you.
yeah, if you want to be a plain Jane, just don't go there. No need.
They should just stop doing it. And who buys the 6-pack of ready salted? Who
Again,
would intend? Oh my god!
I just don't know why it's even an option as a multi.
Yeah.
And
They should charge you more for having ready salted.
yeah, because they should be charged more. Because why are people buying it for it to be the same price as the rest of them? It should cost more because there's less of them sold.
Yeah.
More when it comes to the multi-packs, you'll get them where it's 2 cheese and onion, 2 salt and vinegar, and 2 ready salted. Why do I want 4 lots of salted crisps? I just want 2 of each flavour.
Yeah.
Because at least when you do get them starter multi-packs, you are having your 2 packs that you're gonna inevitably have. Maybe 3 or 4, depending on how hungry you are. But Snacker Jacks, they're not a crisp. They're popcorn that have just been stuck together with someone's jizz that works in a factory that pops all the corns. And it's like, don't care if it's the little ones or the big ones, they're not crisps, they're popcorn, they're just popcorn. Or, you know, yeah, they might be healthy or whatever, but they're not. They're shit.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I do love them, but they're not crisps.
They're not crisps.
They're not crisps.
But shit crisp, Tangy Toms. Now, Tangy Toms as a kid used to be flavourful.
Yeah.
Now they just taste like cardboard nowadays.
And the Pom Bears as well. They used to be nice as a kid.
But
But it's just like, they're just flavourless. It's just, like,
and those snaps, you remember snaps? Oh, that was nice. Do they even do them anymore?
I can't say I've seen them.
Oh, that was nice as well.
Yeah. But,
We're on about shit crisp now.
Shit
We ain't got a
crisp.
top 5.
no. Again, something that it's classed as a crisp, but it's not a crisp in my eyes. Doritos.
You don't like Doritos?
No,
or you
no,
just don't think they
no,
should be classed as crisp?
They're not crisps. They're a condiment to dip with your salsas and stuff. You know, I don't see why anyone would grab a bag of Doritos and just eat it on its own, because you can't. That's one that you would have to have just a small bag. You can't have a grab bag of that and just scran it all on its own.
I've
It's
done
just
that.
dry.
No, I've done that many times on the flaming hot ones and the tangy cheese. But yeah,
Yeah, so if it was the flaming hot and the extra cheesies, like, yeah. But if it's just the plain Dorito, or you Cool Ranch or something, like, there's no flavour to them. They're just dry.
also when I think of Doritos, I think of like cinema.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is paying $3.99 now for a pack of Doritos at the cinema? Honestly.
But if you're doing that, you nacho them up, because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Nacho.
You know, Joe, I'm gonna say, when I go to the cinema now, I pre-buy my food.
You
And
pre-buy with your ticket.
No,
or
no,
you mean
no.
You come in with your own
I
stuff.
get it from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because I used to be, you know, Tango Ice Blast. I think they used to do a meal, it was like a meal, Tango Ice Blast, crisps. And also, like, you know, you grab bags, sweets, chocolates,
Yeah,
whispers,
your
where you get like about
Maltesers.
10 or something in there.
Yeah.
Like, so now, all that's $3.99, and I think the drink now is $6.99. Fuck that. Literally, pound B&M, $1.25 for the whisper things.
Yeah.
£1, I think, over £1 if they're on offer for the grab bag. It's no
I know,
brainer.
it's a no-brainer.
Just
I think it's because we was all misled when we was younger, as if it was like illegal, you got to get arrested for taking your own food in. But when you actually do your research, it does actually say that you're allowed to take your own food.
When I was a kid and my mum done it, I was a bit embarrassed, but
yeah, because
it's like
it did seem like a bit of a tight thing to do back in the day. But
also, do you like popcorn?
I'm not a fan of it.
No, I don't like it. So it's like, if you're not having the popcorn, you might as well just take your own shit.
Well, if
I still get a drink, I still get the ice blast.
to be fair, I'll get the drink just because I'll have the big drink and it lasts me the whole time.
Yeah, you need a big drink. You need to get a big
Yeah, and with the machines these days, because I like to go for the Sprite and add in like a bit of peach or a bit of strawberry with it or something.
Yeah.
So it's a drink that you're not going to find on the shelf when you're walking around to get your pre-drink.
Can we also talk about why they take away 4 fat fivers now? So KFC won't do Pepsi. They do Pepsi Max.
Okay.
I mean, I can't stand Pepsi Max.
I prefer Max over standard, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I'll have both.
And also at the cinema, they don't do Coke sometimes. They do Diet Coke and
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Then you add the flavour to the Coke Zero, but they won't do Coca-Cola. And then when you pay for Coca-Cola at McDonald's, they charge you 25 pence. No, 20 pence, sorry now. To have Coke. So they charge you more to have Coke.
See, I've not noticed that.
Yeah.
So I know that you pay more. So if you get like a Big Mac meal, you pay more to have a milkshake.
Yeah, no, so if you have a Coke, it's 20 pence more because sugar tax or something like that.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so...
I'm glad that I don't drink much fizzy pops.
But look, for me, it has to be... I can't drink the diet stuff. It blows me. It just...
Yeah.
It just feels like fizz. Yeah. So I know we went off topic.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was towards the end of the in the bin crisp, really.
But can you think of any more crisps to put in the bin?
I mean, apart from like just stupid flavours that should never have existed, really. Like, because I was never a fan of the Worcester sauce one.
No, that was
which
that was great.
yeah, Worcestershire for the American listeners. I don't know how they can't pronounce it. It's not hard, you know. But yeah, the Worcestershire sauce crisp. I was never a fan of that flavour. The barbecue, I never really liked that of the Walkers either. I mean, it was okay. It was never my go-to choice.
Walkers have had some funky flavours in there because they've always done those clubs where they've done. Was it the KFC? KFC. No, that was that one Walkers. Was it?
No, that wasn't Walkers.
But
they used to do the competitions as well, though, didn't they?
Do you remember when you used to get the 20 quid? You could win 20 quid from them back in the day.
Yeah, I remember because it was like a little blue pack, wasn't it? And you'd sometimes find a fiver in there or a voucher for a free pack and that.
Also, why don't cereals do gifts anymore? Do you remember?
I remember asking myself this question years ago.
When did that not become? You think there's a generation of kids
They don't know about it.
that don't know in your cereal?
Yeah.
I know if you got brothers, you digging in to find it.
Yeah.
But there's the generation of kids that've never known the lie of pouring cereal, a good brand if you was lucky. And also, a good brand cereal used to be like sacred in our house.
Yeah. But
Cocoa Pops, Wheelos.
yeah, but now there's next to no difference compared to like the Aldi brands, the cheap versions.
Yeah, I think they've brought up or they've come down. Or
Yeah,
they've made them
you're
into
literally
someone.
just paying for the name
Yeah.
when it comes to anything like that. But yeah, I used to enjoy it. I think that's the reason why, when I do have cereal, it's not a poxy little, like the recommended portion of like 40 grams or whatever. The bowl's full and it's swimming in milk. Because you'd have to pour out loads if you was fortunate to be on your own with a toy in a bag. You'd pour out loads in that hope, this is my toy now and it's fed into my bowl.
Or grab it out the box and kind of like shake to see where it is.
Like if you saw it to the side of the pack, you try and like shake it all around to get it to the top so it would fall in your bowl.
It's kind of like the equivalent if you go to the gym and you've brought protein, you're trying to find the scooper because that, even though it's not clear, you kind of shake it to get the scoop.
I know what you mean, yeah. A lot of it, it's just it's the same as with the downsizing with the chocolate bars and that as well. I remember like, you know, when we was kids we'd buy a Mars bar and it'd be like the size of your hand. It was a good like 4 or 5 inches long, and now it's like 3.
Yeah,
It's not even a fun size, and it's just fucking, it's ridiculous. Still paying more for less.
Yeah, and I always feel that with McDonald's, but I don't know if that's because you're a kid that a Big Mac seemed.
They're definitely smaller, because that's why with the Grand Big Mac, when that's
Yeah, it used to look
that's,
like
that's the size of the original Big Macs. Because again, with the McChicken sandwich, I remember when they first come out, the chicken was hanging over the bread, like completely all the way over across the bun. But then now you're basically just getting a chicken mayo.
Yeah.
It's fucking. And the chicken legends, when I know they don't do them no more, but when they first come out, they were massive. But then now, nothing now.
Also, I know
ridiculous.
we are going to be off topic. KFC used to do an absolute amazing box meal,
Yeah.
and it was called the Hot Rods box meal.
The hot rods.
Oh,
yeah.
with the chicken. Oh my god! And the barbecue rancher box meal.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have they gone? And why did they ever think, let's get rid of this? Just let's get rid of this extra flavour.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Because again, the Zinger meal, never really been a fan of that. But I mean, I haven't had a KFC for a long time,
Like,
just purely because of the price.
expensive, yeah.
It's ridiculous. I remember I used to go to KFC. I'd be able to get boneless chicken banquet,
Yeah.
and I'd still have change for an extra popcorn chicken or like a chicken select or something, and I'd get the change still from £10.
I think you.
Now that's probably like £19.
You get, I think you won't be far. I think the box meal used to be $5.99 for the boneless banquet.
Yeah.
And the popcorn chicken was, I think,
For the
$1.50.
large.
It was for the large.
Yeah,
maybe
for the large, I think it was
$1.99.
like, it was £2 at one
Yeah,
point.
because it
and
was,
then
yeah.
it went up to like $2.40 or
Yeah.
something. I was like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, fuck that.
I know. But they're all expensive now, though, aren't they? I don't tend to go to them ones often, really, the McDonald's and the KFCs. I'll do more of the splurging out ones where it's these fancy burger joint ones.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the place now, actually, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
feel
a
like
quality burger. That
I feel like independent burger bars now, the independent ones
Yeah.
are really tasteful now.
Yeah, they're up in the game. So I know we've spoke about it a few times. I still don't think you've had the privilege yet, but German doner kebab.
Yeah, just because I know it's a bit expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pricey, but they are the best kebabs out there. You know, just the presentation alone. That's why you're paying more of a premium price, because it's like an unwrapping like YouTube video or something, because you get this whole box and then you open it up, fat kebab, loads of bloody sauce, and if you want your salad and all that in it as well, that's in there. You know, the flavour's good on it. You get 2 spring rolls of either the chicken or the doner, like the lamb doner meat in there as well, and your fries, and you get a selection of dips and that as well. Yeah, you can't knock it. And then they actually do all sorts of like party meal deals and all that as well. The price is quite good. It's, to be honest, it's cheaper than KFC.
Yeah, right. I ain't surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, but just going on, obviously we talked about fast food and chocolate. Have you ever had a deep fried Snickers?
No.
Mate, I had one once, and I can't remember where. It was in the countryside, and it's the most perfect combination.
Really? I didn't think you'd enjoy it, to be honest.
Well, if you have Japanese food, they do a thing called deep fried ice cream.
I've seen it. I've not.
It shouldn't work, but it does. But every now and again, I'll Google, deep fried Snickers near me, and they're not coming up with legit places, just like your normal chippy or whatever.
So I remember when this become a thing, because it was when we was in school, probably like 12, 13 or so, and it started off in Scotland.
Yeah,
and it was
I think
a deep fried Mars bar.
I
So
think-
for anyone that doesn't know, it's basically like the fish batter. What they put battered fish in and battered sausages at a chip shop. So they originally started off with the Mars bar in Scotland, and then it was just out of nowhere, everything was getting battered.
Yeah. 'Cause I know in Scotland they do deep fried cream eggs around Easter.
Yeah.
That's what
I bet if they could, the deep fried iron brew as well, wouldn't they?
I seen a thing on TikTok about with the wood down there, the iron brew, everything up there. Deep fried lasagna.
again, I have seen a YouTube video of it.
And that was from an independent restaurant. And to be fair, it was in. I want to say I was in. Oh, I can't remember where it was, but anyway, you know when you come across TikTok and you watch one, and all of them comes up. Like there was this joint in Boylan, and they do these big fuck off sandwiches. The one I'm going off topic, and the one where you do your deep fry. But fuck me, it was like that, Jay. Like I mean, it was like a brick full sandwich.
Yeah.
Mate, there's nothing like that nearby. Wait,
I know.
It probably is in town, but you don't want to fucking.
No.
But yeah,
there is some mad places that have got some weird like delicacies. It's like the Wigan. Is it the Wigan Barm or something? Where basically it's just a meat and potato pie in a bun, a burger bun, or a sandwich.
Right.
So yeah, apparently it's nice, but I don't see why
with the gravy.
Yeah. So the pie's already got the gravy inside of it. So it's like a pucker pie, but it's like ones that you get at football grounds.
Yeah.
So meat potato with the gravy in it, and then it's just slapped in a cob or a batch, wherever you come from. What you put a burger on, or in between a slice of bread, and then you just eat it like a sandwich.
No.
Yeah, it's like a Wigan batch or Wigan Barm or something. It's strange, but everyone that I've seen that's like gone to have one has raved, and it's really nice.
Also, if anyone does know where to get deep fried Snickers or Mars bar in the West Midlands area, email us please, because I do want one. It's made me think that I want one more thinking about it.
I think you need to just get yourself a deep fry machine, don't you?
Oh no, I might have to die. Just deep fry anything. It's so bad for you.
I know.
It's like you want to be calorie counting now.
No. Well, because I know you don't watch a great deal of YouTube, but did you ever see any of the Epic Meal Time?
No.
So it's a bunch of Canadian lads, and they would take just a standard meal and make it massive. So not just like super size, it would be bigger than this table.
Like Man vs Food size?
No, even bigger than that. Like ridiculous stuff. But they used to do a lot of stuff like that. They did a random deep frying stuff, and I think they did. It was like the most layered lasagna or something that they did as well. Like it was literally like a world record at that point. But to be fair, a lot of the stuff that they did looked nice, and it at the end of it, like it'd be all 5 or 6 of them that'd just be grabbing fistfuls and just ramming it down their throats, and it's just one of them ones you'd always just feel hungry while you're watching it.
Well, I used to make the mistake, and it was such an ugly mistake, of watching Man vs Food before shopping on a Sunday when we used to do shopping on a Sunday.
Well, I do it a lot, not with Man vs Food. I did used to do that as well. I watch that all the time when you're hungry and that. But so while I'm still doing the intermittent fasting, I'll sit there and I'll watch Beard Meats Food, where he's one of the professional eaters and does all the challenges and that. So I'll watch him, and then I'll watch like other recipes and stuff. And it's like hours before I'm about to start eating, and once your mind starts going that you're looking at the food and you want to eat that and you start feeling hungry, it's just torture. It is funny though. How some of these people with their professional eating just go through so much food. It's Randy Santel, American geezer. He was like Mr. Atlantis or something. Like with the bodybuilding shows, and it's all the muscles and that. And the food that he puts away, it's ridiculous. The one that I saw the other day, like 20 burger patties, like all with extra cheese and this and that, and all the sides, and it's like a whole hour. And even he struggled to eat everything that was there at the end. I don't know how to do it.
No.
Fucking hell. I mean that's serious dedication as well. Because again, with Beard Meats Food, he does fast, so it's literally he'll have that 10,000 calorie meal and that, and then he won't eat for 2 days.
Yeah, well, you don't need to do that.
Nah, but he does all his training and that. He's in shape, and we're fair play to these people. A lot of the YouTubers that all got into shape and everything. It's nice when you're rich and you've got all the time to just be in the gym all day, isn't it?
I've never really been into it. I don't know what. I know I've done it once or twice where you go to a black hole on YouTube and you just go. But I suppose that's TikTok now, isn't it?
Yeah, TikTok's the one for that now.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it is for when I'm just like pottering around. I listen to podcasts on there as well, to be fair. But yeah, pottering around, it's just on in the background. And as I mentioned before, Mark Goldbridge with the United Stand and That's Football. Just that on YouTube all the time, really.
Well, because obviously, you just touch on podcasts. Obviously, if you listen to number one, which was of our one, which is a hard listen, I must admit. Obviously, we touched there that I've never listened to a podcast before
we started.
But now, it's all I listen to. And I come across one that I was called the Hot Wives Podcast. Now, do you know what?
I've seen a couple of clips on TikTok of them. So it's the two women sitting there, isn't it?
I've never seen what they look like. I've only listened to it.
But it's the two women. It's
just two women,
yeah. Already, and they chat shit as well,
yeah.
Don't they?
So, do you know what a hot wife is?
So I know I've heard the term. It's not what you're thinking, is it? Where it's just the wife's a good-looking woman.
No. Basically, a hot wife is
a hot mess. So
it's basically
chaotic.
No, a hot wife podcast is basically a hot wife is someone who's allowed to sleep with other people, but is married or partner up, and I don't know if it's not an open race. It's just a wife that can do it.
Yeah. So essentially, it's a less derogative term for a cuckolding relationship.
Well, here's the thing: it's not a cuckold because they do discuss this, Jay.
Okay.
So a cuckold is where you're present. The hot wife's you're not present. You don't even have. I don't know if I suppose we'll have to tell them that what they've done. But
yeah.
I think a cuckold it's the visualization, you being present. Where a hot wife is, she gets to date other people.
I mean, I imagine
there's loads of terms.
Yeah,
I mean,
to me, it's just still the same thing, really, isn't it? You know, you're allowing your wife to get banged by other people. But I mean, it's not my bag of grist.
Yeah. But I listened to that, and that's a weird thing to listen to.
I've seen a couple of the little TikTok clips, and some of the stuff that come out is just stupid. You think, fucking hell, man. Look, one that I did see the other day, I did actually laugh. So it's every time, because it's like what we do, it's recorded in the one person's house.
Yeah.
So every time the other one goes to that said person's house, she always has a fat shit.
What?
Like, so she just goes into the house. So it's like me, as if I'm coming in, going straight to the toilet and just banging out a fat shit.
But why not do it before she leaves?
She finds it funny. Like, that's because so it was literally like she was saying, I've only just found this out. Every time you come to my house, you have a shit, and it disgusts me. I can't believe you do it. And she's like, why'd you do it? She's like, it's funny. I just find it funny. You know, I'd stink out your bathroom, and then we'd do the record. So,
no,
I wouldn't plan on doing that here. I mean, I have pooped here, but you know, I'm not bragging about it and doing it in secret.
but it just because obviously we was on about black holes, and obviously it got me on a black hole of podcast then, because then it just got me listening to like that kind of stuff as a podcast, and I thought, you know what, our podcast is alright, because I've listened to a few podcasts and I've mentioned it before. Some of them have won awards. I'm like, fuck me, it's a pile of shit this is.
Hi everyone, it's me, this is me face. Just want to remind you, we want you to send in any questions that you might have, any topics you want us to talk about. Email us at realtalkingpod@gmail.com. Tweet us, it's Ash and JD, that's the Twitter handle. So literally anything that you might have, just say hello. Literally, doesn't matter to us. Send them in, see ya. Yeah.
Right.
Well, speaking of award-winning podcasts, I do just want to give out a shout to Adam Rowe of the Have a Word podcast, because he's obviously a listener. He brought up on Monday's episode, he touched onto your theory about the Titan submarine.
There's a conspiracy in everything, mate.
Yeah, well, he's the first person to actually come out with that.
I said the
your
same
one.
thing.
Yeah.
I felt.
There was actually a couple of things in that episode that we touched on in previous episodes.
Do you
So,
reckon he's listening?
yeah, you know,
Why
alright
not?
lid. To be fair, he's a funny geezer.
Do you reckon he's Danny G?
I think he'd actually just say that he's Adam Rowie Bags. And to be fair, he wouldn't email him. He's not that kind of person. He's too lazy to do anything.
Right.
But speaking of Danny G, then.
See, that's segue, Joe.
Oh, I like your segues there, kid.
See, also as well, up into JD mentioned Segway on a few episodes, and I had no idea what he was on about. And he went until I started listening to podcasts that someone said anything. Goes, "Do you like that Segway?" I understand the reference now. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta just smooth into these different topics, haven't you? So yeah, Danny G, our guy, our man. So he's asked us another question. If you could go back to any point in your past for an hour, just to relive it, but not change anything, what would that be? So
Yeah, I've got one.
As I saw the email, I had a quick thought, and I know this is going to sound a bit gay now, but I'd go back to my wedding day, but not for the reason that most people would be thinking. You know, like, in general, people would be thinking, oh yeah, you know, the moment that you saw your wife to be walking up the aisle or whatever. No, for the food.
Oh,
Because
that
if
food.
I would have known
Yeah.
when I was sitting there that I had that limited amount of time
Yeah.
to eat that food,
Yeah.
I would have fucking cherished it. Because, so for when I got married, for everyone that doesn't know, that was the main thing that I had my opinion on, even though I found the venue, was the food, because it's one of the worst things ever. You go to a wedding or somewhere like that and you got the meal included and it's a poxy piece of little chicken and 2 potatoes and everyone's still starving at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I want everyone to be full. So I chose, essentially it was a DIY carvery. So every table had their own slab of meat.
It was beef. Oh, no,
There was a mix of beef and lamb.
Oh yeah.
And so then, well, you know, bowls full of different veg and all that as well. So every table, cut yourself a bit of meat, grab your potatoes, your carrots, whatever, and that, and fucking scrammed it.
And the potato.
Potato dauphinoise, wasn't it? That was
Really?
quality
With
as
the
well.
oh mate, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, even your desserts, I had Kyla's. It was that nice.
yeah. To be fair, I only had a touch of mine. Little chocolate cake dessert that I had. I don't even know what the other options of the desserts were, to be fair. I just had a little chocolate bit of mine.
I'm sure one was cheesecake.
Probably was. It was just the main course.
Yeah.
That was the main thing that I wanted to be involved with.
And the pizzas at the end.
Pizzas on the night time as well.
Took 2 boxes, aren't they?
Yeah, so there was your standards, margarita, a pepperoni one. I don't know what the third choice was.
No, I just remember taking it might even been 3 pizzas I took on.
I'm sure you took 3 because you had one in the taxi that you shared with, tried to share with the taxi driver, didn't you? At least that's what I was told. But that was the main thing. If I could go back, it would either be for the meal or my speech.
Yeah, off the cuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I had a rough idea of what I was gonna say, but at that point I'd already had a good few drinks and I just fucking rattled out.
Also, going back to that, it'd be nice to have that whiskey again.
Yeah.
No, I want to get this right. I can't pronounce it, Joe. It's called McLennan's. I want to say it's
Yeah, I
called
think it was
McLennan's,
McLennan's.
but it was like a 25-year bottle.
It was a vintage anyway,
yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
And obviously, on the tab, of course,
Yeah.
that was going down. But that,
The whole lot was though, weren't it? I mean, I'll ask the question back to you again in a minute. I'm just reminiscing about the day because it was funny because there was the whole saga before the actual wedding because of the other best man.
and the timing. Because There's confusion of actually what time. Do you remember?
There was a little bit, yeah.
Because your sister got there and was like, it started this time, which I'm sure was like half an hour difference to what?
Yeah, my sister and dad got there about an hour before everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did with the other best man not checking his shirt as he's bought his suit and everything. So there was the run around first of all, trying to get that.
Also, why did you run around to get his shirt? Why didn't he just get himself a shirt?
Because he was travelling with me, because that was obviously coming from Cov.
Yeah, so he came here, then he got changed here and noticed his shirt was ripped, and then me and you went out to get it rather than him.
Because he was ironing everything else, weren't he?
No, he was ready. He just had the shirt on. He was ready to go.
Well, again,
he was
we was the only two with the vehicles as well, though, weren't we?
We got a taxi.
No, not up to Charmsley and that. When we was trying to buy him a shirt.
Oh no, you drove.
Yeah, so I was driving that first.
But why didn't you just drive the van?
I don't know, mate. It was just spur of the moment, wasn't it?
It was like, it was backwards.
It was panic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he messed that up, and then everyone, as we've pulled up, because I was just in shorts and a t-shirt, so everyone was like panicking, like, "Oh, what's going on? Why are you dressed?" And then with the people saying, "I can't drink in there," before the actual wedding, which that just went out the window because I did start drinking.
Mm.
And I just remember every time anyone saw me with nothing in my hands, I was just getting handed a pint of Guinness. And like towards the end of the night, when I'm mingling with everyone, I literally had a pint on every table, because I'd have one in my hands, there'd be one on that table, I'd have a swig of that, and then I'd walk off with the other one, and it was just ridiculous, relentless. And I know I'd put about £400 behind the bar.
Yeah, and then
John put a few hundred behind and that as well. Everyone had an initial free drink.
So yeah, there was a free drink, and then there was a top table tab and an open tab, and then one of our lot put. I'm sure you came as well, and you and him put another 200 or 100 quid each behind the bar just for like the lads there.
Yeah.
Mate, fucking hell. I remember as well. Went to the lady. How much is left? She's like £7. I was like, can I have a Red Bull? Finished it off, took that on for the next day. I knew I would need it in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whiskey. Yeah, let's go back and have food and that whiskey.
Yeah. I don't even remember having any of the pizza, to be honest. But obviously it was good, because that was a good thing about it, that you had the takeaway boxes.
Yeah, even
for any extras.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, and I had a free breakfast the next morning then.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was the breakfast as nice as the...
It was edible.
Yeah.
Generic pub breakfast, to be fair.
Oh, fair.
Because it was where some of the people were staying down the road. We went and met them for breakfast. And it was like, the manager just says, are you the bride and groom then? I was still in my suit because I'd left my bag of clothes at the venue.
You was in good spirits when you left.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Yeah.
Good day, to be fair. But yeah, definitely the food. That would be the main thing. Because I just remembered, like, because I finished the first little portion of it and everyone's coming over talking and that, and then I've turned around and the plate's gone. I was like, no, but I wanted more.
Yeah, it was so nice after it. It was really nice food. Honestly, it's making me want to have the same meal, but it just wouldn't be the same. You know, I would have liked to go back to the speech part, because up into the speech, I mean, this is why I don't know if this McCain's drink was so nice or I was that nervous. It made it nice, because as a whiskey, I'm not a whiskey drinker, but to drink it straight.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, I just.
Whiskey. It is an acquired taste, definitely.
But this one just was like...
It was smooth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it wasn't harsh on the back of the throat.
And I remember when I was doing the speech, I didn't want to be fucked, but I know I needed to be at a certain level.
Have a bit of Dutch courage.
Yeah. And I remember going in, having the complimentary drink, which I think was a Corona, because there was bottles of wine.
So the bottles were beer Moretti, and I don't know what the wine was.
Oh, so it was beer Morelli I had.
Yeah. And
I just remember, I had a few beers, and I remember thinking, as I'm doing a speech, I've had 7 whiskies. And I was so nervous.
But to be fair, like, it's not like you were slurring your words or anything.
No.
Yeah.
It just I was in that
definitely took the edge off. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh mate.
Yeah.
So nervous. And then it was all the announcements that I didn't realise I had to do as well. Oh, I was so scared. Oh yeah. No, that yeah.
It was a good day though. Yeah. So that would be my hour to go back and enjoy the food.
Okay, I know if I could go back to an hour, I think it was my 21st birthday.
Okay.
And I feel like it was the only birthday where all the lads, everyone went out. I remember even, there's a picture, the whole lot was there.
Is that when we started off?
At the mill house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because Daniel was there and that as well, weren't I?
That's
know
what
the
I'm
picture
saying.
that you're on
Yeah.
about, yeah.
And I'm saying I just thought, the one, obviously when you go out, there's always nights where lads don't make or whatever, but I just remember this one night, everyone came out, and this obviously before WhatsApp, so you had to actually contact an individual.
Yeah, it was still mainly phone calls.
Yeah.
Not as much as the texting.
No.
Because it was still a bit of a chore to text.
Yeah. And it was just a good night.
Mm.
I just remember thinking in that moment, it was the best night at that moment.
Yeah, because it even started off saying, because like, the initial of everyone meeting up, and then you're getting straight into the mood.
Straight on it, yeah.
Because did we go to Solihull that night?
He went to Solihull, and I remember it was one of the few nights I can't remember, because I don't like getting drunk when we go out to clubs or nothing like that.
Well, I know there was no dramas anyway.
No. But I can't remember some of those. I remember the next day, some lads were like, do you remember this? No, I had no.
But that was most times we went out for me.
No, yeah, but like, no, but it was a good night, because I remember, I just remember being, everyone being there, and everyone was on form, and it was just, when you're 21, you've got no problem, you've got no cares really, you've got some money. You just live off £20 a week back then, didn't you?
Well, yeah, it was ridiculous how little we had and how much we spent, really. But I used to love that, of when we would go out, whether it was out clubbing or just a big night at a pub and that, but the next day, going to the Calf.
Yeah, just the ones that could,
Because Bill's Calf, his breakfast used to slam.
Yeah.
That was so good.
It was what you needed, and it was right on your doorstep.
Yeah. And when they closed down, it was gutted.
And it was like traditional calf where your seats all stuck together.
Yeah, proper old greasy spoon. Yeah, prices were good. Food was always good.
Yeah. And he was a nice guy as well, weren't he?
Yeah, he was sweet, yeah. But I've just not found a calf as good as that. I know Silly Sausages is a good calf, but it's not on the same level.
I don't rate it. I don't rate it.
Well, the best thing about Bill's was that, like, not only was the portions good and like good quality, like sausage and bacon and all that, but even though you didn't eat bacon back then, but it was good brown sauce. Wasn't this watered down, runny, vinegary shit and that. It was definitely the HP's brown sauce, and it was just always good crap. Just reminiscing. Well, I say reminiscing. It'd be more so you lads just telling me what I'd got up to while I was lagging, fucking. It was just needed, weren't it? Just to soak up the rest of the toxins that were in your body.
Yeah, after a night out, I remember, like, if it was a night out, we used to order toast while they was doing the food. Like, get some food.
Just to start off.
Yeah.
Lucas ate orange. Like, sometimes on a Saturday and Sunday morning, didn't we? Yeah, man.
Yeah, because we used to go up there on a Sunday even if we didn't. Even if we didn't go out.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, that wasn't often. We was out pretty much every Friday and Saturday, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think just that for me, that period, that is one of the only times I remember everyone being on form. But yeah, I'm sad. That's the one that came to mind just on the spot, Dan. So yeah, thanks for your question.
It was a good question, to be fair, because I had a quick glimpse at it, and I thought, yeah, that's good. So, to be honest, if you got any other questions like that, fucking ping them over. Yeah. Not just you, Dan. We do appreciate you.
You are our number one listener.
Yeah, you're OG. It's just if anyone else has got any questions, just send them over. The email address is realtalkingpod@gmail.com. Twitter is Ash and JD. And obviously, we are on the YouTubes, Real Talking Pod. And then with anything, just like, share, subscribe, all that. Any comments on the videos and that as well? Just if you've got any thoughts on what we should or shouldn't be doing, any topics you want us to go over.
Yeah, if you want to tell us how bad we are, we don't mind. Just
just any kind. Because
just no top 5s, top 3s.
Yeah, just top 3s only. On Spotify and wherever you listen to it as well, just give a little like and a 5-star review. If you
Are we on Amazon?
Yeah, we're on Amazon Music Podcasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Google Podcasts we're on as well.
Because I
don't think we're on Apple. Because
No.
I don't think I've set that thing up.
Fuck Apple. Fuck them.
I think it's on the Samsung podcasts as well. I really should know all
Yeah,
these
'cause
details. I do apologise.
It is mad, isn't it? Because I listen to my podcasts on Amazon.
Yeah.
And so I'm listening to a great podcast called Why Can't We Talk About Amanda's Mom? Murder mystery thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I just listen to anything, but let me just check.
This is where we need some voiceover music. Ashley searching.
So the temperamental though, the podcast is on Amazon sometimes.
To be fair, I don't go on it. I just know that we're on there.
Oh, great.
I mean, I'll be
Top one.
What, we're on the top?
So when you put a Real Talking Podcast.
Oh, sorry, when you start search, I thought we
Here we
was
go.
boosted reviews or something there.
Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't even know
On
that.
there, kid. On there. But yeah, wherever you listen to us on, just give the download as well, because the downloads is the stats that mean things in this kind of realm of the interwebs. So,
also, sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we need to get a new logo now.
I have been
And,
sort of brainstorming a couple of different things. I think we need to do something with our faces and whatever.
16 episodes in.
Yeah.
We're getting emails.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if anyone's got a design of a new logo for us, or any intro music or whatever, then
I think
it would be appreciated.
I think now get a new logo.
Yeah.
Intro music, Neil Funky,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're good. Just, we're doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, one of these days we'll sort out the soundboard as well, won't we?
All the gear, no idea.
Oh no, definitely no idea with that.
Well, no, that's good. I didn't even know it was on there, but even I didn't know. There you go.
Yeah.
So just make sure you follow or subscribe to any platform.
Yeah, literally, if there is anything that you want to share with us, then send it over. We're open ears.
That's the one thing when I listen to other podcasts, it grinds me in the fucking straight away. As soon as you come into the podcast, they're fucking on it. Follow. And that's something that I know we don't want to do. We don't want to be.
Yeah, I mean, I do drop it a little bit as a I remember to.
But I mean, a lot
it's
of
just
that.
as general reminder.
Yeah.
Because we do appreciate everyone that listens.
Even if you just want to give, you want to shout out, or
Yeah. If birthdays or whatever, see us like a cameo that's free.
Yeah.
If you want to send us some money.
When will we start making money off this podcast? That'd be a good day.
Probably when I put more fucking effort into it.
No, but it'd be...
No, it's...
Because obviously besides the logo and that what we discussed, there isn't really much we can do besides getting it out there. I know we're doing well. I mean, we can see the numbers. We can't just see the streams. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, so that's why I say if you can download, it can properly show us how many of you are actually listening.
And your location. Ooh.
Yeah. So I know when it comes to monetizing it, you have to have so many subscribers and downloads. It's with the YouTube, you've got to have so many views, and the short clips have got to be like 1 million views or something.
I don't think many people go to YouTube for the podcast, so do they, until it gets big, until
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, because I listen to a good chunk on YouTube. Because not to sound like a brag, but I pay for premium, so I can have
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate.
I know, yeah, balling. So I can have my phone locked and listen to podcasts. I don't need to have to watch.
It's worth it actually in hindsight because it fucking drives me nuts when I try to listen to some music and you have a fucking no ads as well.
Yeah, no adverts.
Oh fuck me.
The amount of times I've done it where I've not been logged in, I'll click on a video and it's like 3 adverts straight away.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have to put up with any of that.
Also, anyone else done this? Because Netflix have clamped down on.
Oh yeah, I did see it on your TV when I went to put Pokemon on for the dog the other week.
So
yeah.
They clamped down now, so basically I used to just hack my mum's Netflix and go off her and let her pay the 16. I think she had the top package where you can have the 4K because it came with a Sky package.
Right.
So I think the top package from Netflix is $15.99, that's 4K. So I don't watch Netflix, I think it's a bit shit now anyway, and it's a bit the same. It's a tick box thing, but they have the odd shows that I like.
Yeah, there's a few things on there that I do watch, yeah.
So I had to get it. So the options was $4.99 with ads, with 1080 HD. $6.99 without ads, only 720 HD. Now, the other one then, there was one for $10.99, no ads, 1080 HD. And the premium one, I want to say, was $15.99 4K. And I thought, that 4K can fuck off, I ain't paying 15 quid for Netflix.
Yeah, because between your 1080 and your 4K, unless you've got a TV that you've paid thousands of pounds for, you're not noticing that difference.
No, yeah, to be fair, I can see it on my TV when there's 4K, mainly when it's Disney though. When it's Disney 4K, I can see it. But with Netflix, I get what you're saying, but I can see it. So it came to the option: do I pay $10.99, 1080 HD, no ads? $6.99, no ads, 720. That one's out the question.
Yeah,
it's I just can't go backward.
Nah.
Yeah, $4.99.
Unless you're watching old cartoons all the time.
Yeah.
That don't need the extra high quality.
Yeah. So went for the $4.99 ad break.
Adverts.
I had to, mate. I just thought I can't be £10 for this bollocks.
Especially if you're not religiously watching it all day. So.
I'd rather have it and not need it than, so when someone's come on, I'm like, oh, fucking let me do it.
Yeah.
So that's the one I went for. $4.99 with ads, and it kills me. Because Discovery Plus is the worst one for that. And that's a shit show. I like it because I like all the crime shows, and it does have it, and I think I might be wrong saying it's doing that bad in America. That's a part of Paramount TV now, so basically it's the same part, the parent company, but it's Discovery Plus doing that bad. Basically, if you pay for Paramount, an extra £1 a month, you get that as well, which I hope to do here now. Well,
I see it with Prime, because you can pay a little bit extra for that and Paramount as well.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's Amazon that own it as such.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. Give me some money. So anyway, they're the worst for ads, because again, it was I think I paid £50 for the year for that, or with 70 quid with Arlen. I thought, I do not watch that enough to warrant.
Yeah.
Fuck me, the ads do. Fucking annoying.
Well, that's why I don't watch normal TV anymore. I just can't stand sitting there for 3-4 minutes of adverts, especially when the adverts aren't as good as what they used to be.
Yeah.
Which we've gone over on a previous episode. Old quality adverts.
And also, I feel like American adverts are loads better. Ads just shit, aren't they?
Yeah, it'd be depressing.
Yeah. But yeah, nah. Ads no good. Podcast anywhere besides Apple. Fuck Apple.
Yeah. And just anything. Just let us know your thoughts.
Also, this episode has been a bit. We've took it where it's when. Because before we do a podcast, we don't like for me, we like to learn a little bit, so we're not coming in completely blind. So we drop some facts in, so we know what we're on about to a degree.
We do try and do a bit of research, basically.
Yeah, but we like to be real talk, so it's real talk, hence the name.
Yeah.
So this one's been a really. When I think of this one to episode 1, which we touched on, And mate, I can't even bring myself to listen to that anymore.
Yeah, I think it just comes with time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not that the first episode was forced. It was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just.
The unknown.
It was all learning, wasn't it? Now, I mean, there's things that I've got on the notes that we haven't even touched on because we just rambled on about crisps and other stuff, and then, I mean, we was gonna finish like 5 minutes or so ago, and then we carried on talking about more shit.
Yeah.
But that's what you're here for. That's what you
that's,
love.
That's it. That's the real talk.
That is the real talk.
No.
And the real talk is that it is the end of the episode now because we've both got shit to do.
Yeah.
And I need a beer. So we'll love yous and leave yous.
So yeah, any emails though, please.
Yeah, just send them over. Literally anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, see you next week. Peace.